Hi, it's Ariella. Many of you thought that you were done with me now that Yom Kippur is over, but haha, you're not. Many people asked me yesterday, they said Yom Kippur is very inspiring and it's beautiful, but how do we keep that inspiration going? And I think that the answer to that question is what's standing behind me, the sukkah. At the end of Yom Kippur, we're tired, we're drained. We put a lot of energy and emotion into the day. We were fasting, and there's nothing more we wanted to do than eat and crash. If anyone thinks that they were tired, trust me, the person who's most tired is the rabbi and probably the person who led the services. Because the rabbi, in addition to fasting and doing everything that the rest of us are doing, he's the one trying to make sure that services are going well. He's the one who is delivering the sermons. He's exhausted. And yet what my rabbi husband did, and many rabbis and people do after Yom Kippur, they build the sukkah. And the reason they do it is because they realize that in order to keep the momentum of Yom Kippur going, we have to engage in mitzvot. So what do? They build the sukkah to just stick their feet into the next mitzvah. Someone said to me in shul yesterday, they said, oh right, you have Sukkot. That's the next minor holiday. And many people think that Rosh Hashanah and Yom Kippur are the major holidays, and then there's a few minor ones like Sukkot, Shavuot, ones that some people keep but most of us don't. And I think what we all have to realize is that the same Torah that tells us to keep Rosh Hashanah, that tells us to keep Yom Kippur, also tells us to keep Sukkot. But Sukkot is very different than Yom Kippur. And the reason I think is as follows. Yom Kippur is a day full of awe. It's a day that's fear-inspiring, and it's a day that many of us are guilt-filled, and that's what brings us to shul. Sukkot is a totally different genre. Sukkot, we're told, is a holiday of joy. In fact, it's supposed to be the most joyous of all holidays. It's a special mitzvah, to enjoy this holiday. And how do we enjoy it? We enjoy it by sitting in our sukkah, by using our lulav and etrog. It's just the time of fun. We sit outside, enjoying the beautiful weather. We sit and we eat. We enjoy our family. And it's just a beautiful, wonderful holiday. And if Yom Kippur didn't get us to connect to God through fear, Sukkot is a different kind of an opportunity. It's the kind of opportunity to connect to God through joy. The way I think of Sukkot is as follows, and anybody who exercises may be able to identify with this. So there's a new app that someone shared with me that's a great app that has 10 different kinds of crunches that you can do to get yourself in shape. So the third one on the crunch list, or the fourth one, whichever, is like a bicycle crunch, and it kills. By the time I'm done with those 30 seconds, I just want to cry. And I would probably just quit, except for the fact that the crunch afterward is much, much easier. It's, still crunches, but it's a much easier form. And I think that's what Sukkot is. It's still exercise, but it's not as exhausting. It's not as much energy as Yom Kippur, but it's still a way of worship. It's worshiping through joy. And by continuing on this kind of worship in a way that is not taking all of our energy like Yom Kippur, but continuing on that path of serving God through love, that will keep us on that path of continuing to grow throughout the year. So what I want to encourage everyone is to find some way to celebrate Sukkot this year, whether it's your own sukkah and lulav and etzog you have, or by finding a program to engage in. And at this moment, I want to tell everybody about 3 amazing programs that BSBI is running this year for Sukkot, something different for every age. So, in day order, on Monday afternoon, following services, we have an open sukkah at our house. This sukkah right now, which will be with schach on top, with the roof on top, and we'll have decorations. Every year we have an open sukkah. We have cholents, we have delicious desserts, we have salads, and we invite the whole shul to come, and it's a really, really nice opportunity to spend Sukkot together, to enjoy each other's company. And so everyone is invited on Monday following services. It's usually about like 11:30, 12. So that is the first opportunity. Second opportunity is Tuesday afternoon. We have a sukkah hop in South Windermere. I believe it will be starting at 4 o'clock at the Kirstein home, at David Kirstein home, and everyone is invited to that as well, geared towards children. We have a special opportunity to hear Lori Stiefel of PJ Library, who will be reading books to the kids and to the adults. A great opportunity to meet people, to snack on food, a lot of fun. And the last opportunity is really geared towards young professionals on Thursday at 5 p.m. At King Leaf, the cigar place, Brian's Cigar Place, I forget exactly the name, but there's going to be a sukkah on King Street on top of all the bars. When people are done with work, everyone's going to be celebrating in the sukkah on King Street, geared towards young professionals. Everyone knows from our Purim party and our Hanukkah party, BSBI knows how to throw a party, and this year will be no exception on the top of the cigar place in our sukkah. Join us, it'll be a lot of fun. Find some way to celebrate Sukkot this year and continue in our service of God in a joyful way. I hope you can find some way to enjoy with us. A happy Sukkot to all.